Dear friends, this is the judgment delivered by Honorable Justice K.K. Ramakrishnan J. of Madurai Bench of Madras High Court. This is a judgment on defamation. In my opinion, this is a very good judgment. I would like to analyze the issues focusing on the judgment. It's a 17-page judgment and very well drafted. The analysis of the judgment will show that the learned judge is setting a law on defamation. A bare perusal of the judgment, the way in which he quoted the various issues considered, the importance of reputation of one's own self, an individual's reputation, compared it with the Article 21 of the Constitution, and he considered it as very, very important. That is the point we understand. Generally, different judges have different likes, and many of them will not like to. Defamation means what? Don't care. But then reputation of a person is his own precious life. And you know, in Ramayana, Kumbhakarna will ask the Vibhishan, why you came off from the brother? Brother is everything for us. If the father is not there, then the matter is brother. You see Ram, you see Bharat, you see Lakshman, they never left. Then Vibhishan will tell, anybody will be there with Ram, such a nice brother. The being with Ravan is more important. That's what Kumbhakarna will tell. For Kul, for Jati, for brother, one has to sacrifice. So he believes that brother and brother is Bhuj, shoulder to shoulder. But Vibhishan will tell, I tried to tell him good. A brother is also a minister. And the duty of the minister is to tell what is correct, what is not correct. So that he is guiding the minister instead of telling yes, yes. So I have done that. And he kicked me in the open court. For a respectable person, it is as good as giving a death penalty. And that is what the learned judge, honorable judge, emphasized. So he is very much committed. He spoke about Bhagavad Gita, Subhashitam, Bible, Quran, and everything. And what is the Shakespeare? The importance of only two things. This Vibhishan thing he left out. Of course, that is important. But the judgment of in Honorable Supreme Court in LK Ratna was ICA. What is the reputation impact if somebody talks bad about a professional and on his life? And once the reputation is hit, however, whatever money, if you lose money, you can get back it with interest. And in Dharma Shastras, it tells that any person is affected, he should be repaid with 30% or 30 times the damage. All that is there, that importance is there. But the beauty of this judgment is, he took 499, 500 is the 499 is offense of defamation, 500 is the punishment to that. Now this is more for the papers, media, freedom of speech versus 499. That's how he analyzed it. So he didn't go into nitty-gritties of 499, all that, because the case is like that. But the emphasis of the judge is, he is finding a solution for it. One is you just punish somebody and all. He did it. He took that stand. But at the same time, he would like to give some regulatory measures, suggestions for bringing in regulatory measures for press freedom also. Because particularly in concerning the defamation and in the latest social media, where people are tarnished by fake messages. So therefore, this judgment is going to be a path-breaking one, in my opinion. And I expect many more such judgment, because let's go through how the learned judge analyzed this. What are the facts of the case? Now, before that, some of you who have not been comfortable will tell you that 499, offense of defamation, offenses relating to reputation, And what is the ingredients of that is one person makes a statement about others, which is likely to impact in the eyes of the common man about that person. Understand? Then it is made without any verification, malafide intention. There is a evil mind that should be established. And now, what are the defenses for him? You can go through a private complaint under 190, then 200 to 204 is the process given to the magistrate. Or you can come through 140, 156.3. That's a warrant case. That's a dangerous case. So both, these are all the ingredients of the section. And there are two things are there. One is a qualified privilege and absolute privilege. Suppose somebody in the judicial proceedings makes some comments, then it is absolute privilege. That whatever he tells, a judge tells, abuses you like anything, nothing is going to happen because they are judicial proceedings. But anybody else, like MP, can talk in the parliament, but he comes out and talks, that is not protected. So then all others will enjoy qualified privilege. What is qualified privilege? He can enjoy the 10 exemptions. But in normal cases is 499(1). He has to define that what I said is truth. And you can't say everything is truth and all. Why did you say? Is it for public good? Otherwise, you are wasting your time. So that also, two things are there. Secondly, it's 499(9). You have good faith. You made the statement good faith for the public interest or your own interest also. That we are not going into this. But then these exemptions can be established only during the trial. The hierarchy of the system is settled so well that magistrate is given the kingpin of the entire criminal process. And in Matthew's case, they quoted, anybody can initiate the criminal proceedings. That is the power of the criminal law. One has to, law and order is the essence of peace and tranquility, which helps in growth of the economy of the state. Everybody wants to live in peace. So, but in media, what happens is three components will be there. One is the reporter, and the reporter is going, collecting the information. In Andhra and all, most of the reporters, YouTube channels and all, they are intimidate others. In a more blackmail they are doing. Particularly when you do constructions and other things, they will come immediately. You violated this, you violated. You don't tell, you give us money. So this is always that misuse is there, freedom of speech and all in the name of. But then we have to find a balance. So here this reporter is there. He will make out a report and then he will come and then give it to the report media, Nakiran in this case, or this is that another gentleman will read out that. You don't need to talk all that, it is there. Netrikan paper, this is the thing. Then there is a publisher. Publisher is attracted by 501. And then the owner who sells and makes money, selling the publication, getting the advertisements. So these are the three components. 499, 501, 502. This is the case. So judge didn't bother much about it, but then he emphasized how a damaging statement a bad statement, false statement made without any verification will impact. So the case is that one reporter published in that Netrikan, what did he publish? This fellow, one man, he is a man supposed to be a pastor, was doing a lot of service, and the person is not there. This found that whatever it is the petitioner is his granddaughter, and in respect of the grandfather, she made the complaint. Defamation. So he was doing a lot of service. And many times today you find people who are doing real service, they are attacked. One is by the media, making disparaging statements. So this man also said this man was indulging in some sexual, etc. Let's not go. Highly damaging to his reputation. And this granddaughter filed a case against all for offense. That is from the partner, the proprietors, publishers, and owners of the thing. Everybody 500, 501, 502, 499. And the magistrate has dismissed that. We have 156.3, and they have come to Madurai bench for criminal revision. So beautiful. The judge, if you read the thing, it is very well drafted. In not much, Generally, many judgments, what happens is they will pick up some 30 paragraphs from one judgment, they'll tick it, and then it will be 50 pages. But then what do they think? Nothing will be there. And but here he concentrated on giving a judgment which will have some impact on the societal changes. Therefore, this judgment is, I consider it is very good. And first step is, all right, he made sure that they apologized. So he said that apologizing is okay. But then what is the impact that has created? Will the apology clean that reputation lost? And reputation is more than a life of a person. And therefore, he said a word beautiful in para 5, before making any imputation against any religious people, for that matter, anybody, but here the case in question is that the journalist must do some inquiry and therefore publish the same with adequate material. That means to establish is an advice to the reporters that you cannot just like that come to conclusion. One is to protect themselves. Let us say to protect the reporter, he must adequately prepare with the evidence in hand. Point one. Not only a reporter should think the other side about the impact that is going to create against the person, and for himself also not to be left out as an accused. Because he has only one evidence when the trial starts, he has only two exemptions, 499(1) and 499(9). And to bring it to that, once you come to the court, then you are in the hands of the judge. And you can't expect judges or computers where you type it out, the answer will come. Each person, each judge has got his own likes, his own dislikes, preferences and all. We are all human beings. So in that context, when I see, it is a very, very, it's unbiased, well thought of judgment. The Lordship's was very good judgment. That is my opinion. Sexual torture. Grandfather committed sexual torture and illegal sex activities by describing it as his preference. The same amounts to punishable offense, but the learned magistrate dismissed. So he didn't go into this, but what is the crux? How you damage this person who is later found to be a sincere person who was helping the people around, poor people, needy people, serving them. So that's a very serious thing. Now, the Matthew was a state of Kerala. Lordships took it. The reporter is responsible for publication of the news. They have no immunity to escape. That is absolute privilege from that stating that they are not responsible for the publication. They are equally responsible. In the said circumstances, the order of the learned trial judge is liable to be set aside. Criminal revision petition. Then the next question, why you have dismissed that petition? You are liable on that count. But another thing is, this case is dismissed on the grounds of unconnected, that owners are not connected to the report published. 156.3 is not maintainable, is the judgment that magistrate took. Now in the para 8, Lordship says, the press is the fourth pillar of this democratic country. So he's recognizing the freedom of speech. But at the same time, do your duties, create debate. without harming the personal reputation of any private individuals. The reputation of the pastor who discharged his duties to empower the poor people cannot be criticized with heinous allegations of sexual assault. See, what he did, you can say he has not fed somebody so much or more qualis, but then you are attributing motives for the services rendered to him. So that is the point one. He says that reputation is an element of personal security and is protected by the Constitution equally with the right of enjoyment life. It's Article 21, liberty and property, referring to various cases he has taken of the Honorable Supreme Court. Gyan Kaur, State of Punjab, Om Prakash Chautala, State of Gujarat versus High Court of Gujarat, Vishwanath Agarwal versus Sarla Vishwanath Agarwal, etc. Right. So Article 21 recognizes actually the reputation is everybody is abusing somebody. And today in a situation when a person is really doing good work, he will be criticized more. So many allegations will come against him. You understand? And I'm right. Now he spoke in a para 8.2 is a real good thing. What lordships recognized, like our Ramasubramaniam Justice, the importance of good character and the reputation have been emphasized in all scriptures, religions, everything he took, lordships. Bhagavad Gita. I'm not reading that Sanskrit one, but then men will recount the perpetual honor, dishonor, unto one highly esteemed dishonor exceeds his death. That's what we spoke about even this Vibhishan. It is really, see, suppose somebody praises us for our good, we may feel happy and forget it. But if somebody abuses us, we'll never forget it for life. And one of the most difficult things of a judge who's delivering justice in an unbiased manner, nobody is thinking they are bad. If you lose the case, the person will abuse the judge. And if the person wins, it may be short-lived, he may lose it in the appeal stage. But then the judge is doing his duty. And that is one of the hazards of the judicial life or anybody in that. Subhashitam. One who possesses fame alone does live. One who has good praise does alone live. Who has no fame and negative praise is equal to one who is dead while he is alive. What a beautiful statement. What a beautiful statement. Reputation. So what does mean is, even if you always love to talk nice about people. But by talking bad of them, what Shakespeare said, this is well taken. Good name in a man and woman, my dear Lord, is the immediate jewel of their souls. Who steals my purse steals trash. Something or nothing. It's mine today. It was his and has been a slave to thousands. But he that flinches from me, my good name, robs me of what which not enriches him. You tell bad of somebody. You are lowering his image, his reputation in the eyes of a common man and the public. But it doesn't increase you. But it doesn't increase you. Even today we find Mahatma Gandhi is being abused. Godse is being praised. But it's a short-lived one. Short-lived. People themselves will decide the character of a person, whether you're going to be in this dustbin of history or you're going to be recognized for your deeds. Okay. Socrates, regard your good name as the richest jewel you can possibly be possessed of. For credit is like fire. When once you have kindled it, you may easily preserve it. But if you once extinguish it, you will find it an arduous task to rekindle it. What a beautiful thing. It's like a big stone you are taking uphill. That is goodwill. You have to keep protecting it. One small mistake. We saw then one gentleman, everybody used to believe his election predictions. Suddenly, he was telling something. That's it. He lost his thing. Viewership. So we all come across that. Everybody knows it. The Holy Quran, the Holy Bible. A soft answer turns away wrath. You speak sweetly, but a harsh word stirs up the anger. The tongue of the wise dispenses knowledge, but the mouths of fools pour out folly. The eyes of the Lord are in every place, keeping watch on the evil and the good. A gentle tongue is a tree of life, but perversiveness in it breaks the spirit. It's all the tongue, right? Lordship self. I think he's Aristotle said, be studious to preserve your reputation. If that be once lost, you are like a cancelled writing of no use, and at best you do but survive your own funeral. Here actually he's talking about somebody who is trying to tarnish others' reputation, talking nonsense. All the goodwill you built up, one day you will lose it. That's what everybody is telling. That I suggest everybody should keep this. That when he picked up. So now, what lordships are suggesting is, no doubt, press is also indulging in a very important activity. And lordship discussed about 502, 501 applicability. But he made some suggestions. He made some very good suggestions for the press trust to consider it. And that is what is important. This court feels that it is the duty of the court to give the following suggestions in a triangular interest of the individual reputation, press freedom, and the society. See, 3 points. What a beautiful thing. Individual reputation, protect the individual reputation, and also protect the press freedom, which is a component of democratic, fourth pillar of the democracy. That's what his lordship said. And in the best interest of the society, the public good. That's the objective. What is the suggestions? It is suggested that the press council may frame proper guidelines to publish the material relating to the personal life of the individual after proper verification. Though this there, in general, the law itself specifies in criminal law, as you all know, that everything is said what to do, what not to do. If you do like this, in what way it will become an offense, malfide intention, reputation, harm to reputation, and then consequences. So it's a question of the judge taking what is the circumstance of the case, all that. It is the intensity of the malfides will be the main thing that will be tested. Whether it will be going to lower the image of a person. And you all know that in Pushparani versus Nata, my Honorable Madras High Court, when somebody makes an allegation saying that this man caught hold of this lady, married lady caught hold of the hand of somebody, something like that. Then they asked to prove it. When he couldn't prove that, Natamai was put in jail, because you cannot talk bad of a woman, that to a married lady having children and family. The impact that will create not only her mental agony, to her family and the system, relatives and all. Why are you doing all this? That is the impact which has to be recognized. Proper verification means what? Collection of material with concrete information collected from the true source. So he should, it is like check once, twice, thrice, four, and all the possible means, even go to the extent of asking the same fellow, did you do this? Affected parties, everything, like a cross-examination. That means the idea is to have to take double check, particularly private individuals. There is a distinction made with private and public personalities. Publisher also is a human being. He must publish the same after taking due deliberations and steps that he would take if it's his own case. That is one beautiful word. That is, if it happens to you, how others will react. You will react. If somebody talks about you like this, it's always the acid test for your consciousness. One of the characteristics of a judge. Here, the reporter is the judge. He is writing about somebody. He is making a judgment about somebody. So he should test if same thing happens to him. He has done, not done, but then happens to him, how will he react? So that point only is emphasizing. The publisher, the country is the largest democracy in the world. This country consists of multicultural religious people. Each one has his own reputation. Each religion has its own religious heads. They are continuously taking care of their own people by teaching the religious prayer and providing amenities to the followers. In the said circumstance, the fourth pillar of this democratic country, namely press, is expected to take more caution before making allegations against the religious leader, because the case relates to the religious personalities. Since the same not only is likely to ruffle the feathers of the administration of the petitioner's grandfather's institution and also create false image in their public life. Therefore, it is suggested that the press, before making allegations against the religious people, more particularly sexual allegation, collect the materials and assert a sexual allegation. It means that the theft allegations or dacoity or killing somebody, such heinous crimes. Because in this case, it's still a sexual allegation. So Lordship's concentrated on that. That's all, friends. Thank you.